of Chicago's West Side, this hip-hop soul man started his roots in music with the influence of his first love, his grandmother. Before graduating from grade school upon his grandmother's passing, he spoke nothing but poetry. With the help of a written piece about his life experiences with his grandmother, his spirits not only were lifted, but skill set advanced as he turned his rhymes into raps. With his latest project, the Fame EP, his songs touched on life obstacles that steer away from what he defines as commercial rap. And with his influencers, such as Chicago legends Lupe Fiasco, Common, and Kanye West, one can only wait and see where a rising Chicago talent, Joey Price, will fit in the Chicago hip-hop dynasty. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready when you are.
What's going on, guys? It's your girl Nosike here with the fabulous Peep This series, New Music Monday, and I'm here with a new music crush Monday artist of mine. You know,
The crutch.
Aren't you blessed? A new music artist of mine that I got the pleasure and liberty of releasing some music of his on Power 102 Jam's iHeartRadio affiliated station, Mr. and the incredible Chicago talent, Joey Price.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's going on?
How are you?
I'm blessed today.
My little ISU red bird. We're just having a conversation.
You're not finna talk about that right now.
It's okay, because I'm UIUC all day. How you doing? ILL, I. Okay, but let's just get to the music real quick. So you grew up on Chicago's West Side.
Yeah.
The West Side of Chicago is really known for like that drill, like hardcore, like life type of music. Your music isn't like that though. I called you the hip hop soul man.
The soul man.
In an
Okay.
intro for a reason. Why do you think that you kind of shifted away from that drill music? Because that drill music is really popular coming from your side of where you grew up.
Yeah. I think the reason why I shifted away is just it wasn't me. It wasn't who I was. I was trying to be somebody early on in my career, and the music wasn't sounding authentic. So I had to kind of just stick to something that felt right and that was natural. And once I started making the natural, my fan base grew. Just everything was just blown up. Like everything just blew up for me. It was great.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's funny how you talked about natural, because when you first started doing music, I remember you were actually a poet.
Yes.
A lot of people don't think about that when it comes to rap. They kind of just start off out the gates writing rhymes and, spitting lyrics. But you actually started with poetry.
Yeah.
How did that shape your culture, your hip-hop culture and journey as an artist?
It allowed me to think more as opposed to what I wanted to say. And the thing that I stand by is that to write a great story, you have to know the ending.
That's such a buster.
It's such like an ISU thing to say, right?
Yeah, it's like an ISU thing to say.
Okay, but yeah, so I think with poetry, it allowed me to kind of think of the story as a whole and where I wanted to take it, and that allows me to craft my songs the way I see fit and the way I have an ending. So the weird thing about me is that I don't write a song if I can't see a music video to it, because I'm always thinking about a story.
Okay, so for you, it's more of the visual context behind the storylines.
Just like painting a picture.
Okay,
Yeah.
so when you were growing up and you did start in your poetry before you became rap, I know one of your bigger influences was your grandmother.
Yeah.
How much of an influence did she have on you actually going into rap?
It was a time in my life, when we're kids, we think that we're invincible. And her passing was the catalyst for me to actually go ahead and just do everything full-fledged. Like, it was no holding back. So I really attribute a lot of things and the things that I've done up until this point to her.
In grade school, during that time that you were, growing into a man and becoming who you are. I know grade school, right? But that's how we think in grade school. We think like, we just growing up and we're just being who we are.
Yeah.
Following your poetry into rap, did you ever feel the need to shift into what people may consider as advertised rap, or what you consider commercial rap, when we had this conversation?
Actually, it's funny because my marketing manager, shout out to Kevin,
Shout out Kevin.
we had a recent meeting. He was like, you need to do trap songs. I was like, Kevin, why? And he was like, your voice on trap songs would be phenomenal. So I said, all right, I'll take a stab at it. But I just don't think that following a trend will get you the longevity that like people like me seek. You know, there's great, you can keep up with the times, like Jay-Z is the prime example. He is able to keep up with the times, but he is still in his own lane. So that's who I kind of model myself after.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even your influences, because I remember even speaking with you earlier, a lot of your influences were Chicago legends.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about Lupe Fiasco, Kanye West, Common, those type of legends that stood in their own lane, but were able to elevate through time and actually still produce a message. As an artist, you see a lot of artists now, they adapt to the culture of hip hop.
Right.
Meaning that you'll hear lyrics that people, you know, I grew up like this, I grew up like that, I'm going through this, this, and this, and this, and this. And then the reality changes into, well, I got these bad bitches, and I got the money, and this, and that. Do you ever feel like there will be a time where you may need to adapt to those changes because the time in your life will possibly change from how you grew up to what your life is right now?
Yeah, and I would be remiss to say that I grew up, you know, struggling. I didn't grow up struggling. My mom did everything she could to provide for me and, you know, just our household in general. But I think there's always a time where we would have to acquiesce to the current setting that we're in. Not to say that I need to flash and talk about how many women I have or all these gold chains. It's not about that. It's just the more life experiences you have, the more you're able to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even with the life experience that you have, it's funny because, like, when I listen to music, right, I love Future, I love Lil Uzi. You know, he's a great guy when I got a chance to interview him.
Nice.
With What's the Word, shouts What's the Word. He's a great guy when I got to interview him, and everybody was so fully spirited and in their own lane.
Yeah.
But then you also get to see how hip-hop is a business. It's the music business.
Yeah.
And artists have to think as if it is a business, and that's why people can't really get offended by the type of music that's getting put out. Do you ever get any comments on, like, oh, well, I think you should put out this type of music, or maybe if you do this, this will be better for you?
No, actually.
And I'm talking about from fans.
Oh, no. Actually, I get the complete opposite. Like, people are so appreciative of the music that I'm putting out and the style that I'm putting out. A lot of people are saying that, you know, the stuff that's on the radio right now, they can't, you know, get with it. So they really appreciate the art that I'm putting out. So.
Yeah, especially the artists you put out. Again, you're a poet, right?
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
The artists you put out, it's funny because, you know, the whole stigma of being from the west side of Chicago, that oftentimes aspects of the media, not the entire media, aspects of the media will try to paint a violent picture with people from that side of Chicago. You're from Chicago, I'm from Chicago. So how important to you is it to talk about your culture within your music, as in change you may want to do, or more importantly, delivering a message within the music? And who do you imagine that you're talking to when you write your lyrics like that?
Anybody that's listening. That's who anybody who wants to listen and who wants to change their mindset, that's who I'm writing my music for. I was just having a conversation with my good friend the other day, and we were talking about changing the mindset. And it's not about the school systems are failing kids or whatever. It's how do we change the mindset? How do we change people to want to help? How do we change people to want to do better? So I think the music for me is a catalyst to be able to reach people, to help them to want to do better, to want them to do more.
Okay. Yeah. And doing more for you, from what I've seen of your recent projects, the Fame EP, what is it, Riches and Ambitions?
Yes.
That song. That's a very, 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 like, I'm about to go get it and win type of song, which is different from what you used to do. Because what you used to do was really kind of like a hip-hop soul man. Like, it was like an R&B fusion with hip-hop.
Yep,
and,
that's accurate.
You know, kind of like, not even Loverboy, but like you were that.
No, that
was that what it was? Okay.
That's what that was, too.
So describe that transition, because I see it's kind of like, maybe it's a new project, but I see it's like a transition with you.
Yeah, Riches and Ambitions was that fun track. You know, I'm trying to learn to have more fun with music, as opposed to being just so serious and this message needs to be conveyed and I need to say this and this and that. Riches and Ambitions was just that this is where I see my life going and this is what I want for myself. I do have a lot of fans that were upset about that song.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of my close friends and fans were like, I don't like that. That's not you. And I'm like, I have to do it. I have to do it. But people love that song. Like, you know, it's a two-sided coin.
Yeah, and the entire EP debuted on Apple Music. Congratulations.
Thank you
that
so
was a
much.
Big thing.
Thank you.
I saw the listing in it, and I was actually so impressed with the song. You only had like five songs on there. It wasn't a lot, but it had good quality. So it almost sounded like a storyline about fame.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure that was important for you.
That was pretty much the concept of the EP. Just wanted to show like the high and low ends of fame, like going from Riches and Ambitions and then into Options, where it's like you completely mess up a relationship because of your thick-headedness. So men do that. We do that.
I know.
Men, we do that. So
I know. Do you hear him? Y'all do that. Stop being so thick-headed. All right. So moving on. So if we look back, you now, right? You're right there, and it's like you're almost at that edge where you are getting to that Riches and Ambitions, like where you're talking about.
Almost, yeah.
What would you tell your younger self if you knew what you knew now? Would you tell your younger self everything if you knew what you knew now?
Wow, that's deep. That's deep. Probably to. I probably would tell him to write the fame earlier.
Okay.
And yeah, take everything like that I've been through. I would just tell him, keep your options open.
Do you think the fame gave you a little bit more confidence, a little more boost in your artistry, in a sense? Because that shit from soul music to more of I'm here, I'm dominant, this is what I'm going for, you're not stopping me. You're almost like making a declaration. People are seeing you now.
I think so. Yeah, it gave me more confidence. I was confident when I put out my second to last project, which was Barely Broke Intellect. I was confident and that was fine. People, gave it great reviews. But I think the Fame EP was that staple to like, look, I'm really here to do this. And nobody's gonna change my mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your message to the younger generation of artists?
Be yourself. That was like the biggest piece of advice that I've ever gotten, is just be yourself.
What does that mean though?
Be yourself?
No, literally, what does that mean? Because you have a lot of people in middle school growing up, and they get told that all the time. Be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. But we're in it, we're both in media. Think about it.
Yeah.
We're in an industry now where if we go on Instagram and we go on social media and we're instantly in tune with what we see on social media because of that dopamine effect, they call it, of being on social media. You get a like and it gives you this instant feeling of gratification, so you're addicted to it.
Yeah.
But then we also have a trend of kids who are coming out of elementary school into high school, possibly feeling that maybe I need to look like this person on social media to get attention.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to act like this person to get where I got to get to. What do you feel like being yourself truly means in the music industry? And how can you stay true to that?
I think being happy, doing what makes you happy. And it's hard for being in the industry and trying to be happy too. That's why we have a lot of cases of mental health as far as black men. And yes.
You think it's from the music industry?
I know it's from the music industry.
What makes you say that?
J. Cole was depressed. Lupe Fiasco nearly committed suicide.
Okay.
It's just the labels dictate what you should do, and it's not making them happy. So I think being happy is the one thing. This is what I mean about being yourself. Like, you can put out the music that you want, say what you want. If that makes you happy, then you're successful, in my opinion.
Oh, look at that. You done learned something in the industry. Okay. Following up with all of this great conversation about just life and music, what do you see coming up for you within 2018? What's coming up?
Oh, definitely more performances. I'm a hermit man, so I'm a hermit crab. Like, I just sit in my room and I write and I write and I write. So 2018 is chock full of performances, more videos. That's coming. And
any
hopefully
partnerships, sponsorships.
Well, now I got my marketing manager, Kevin. Hopefully we got some things coming in down the pipeline, and thinking maybe fourth quarter we're actually sitting down with some labels.
Okay.
And actually we're gonna
keep on track with that.
Yes.
I'm gonna hold you accountable, young man.
Hey, please do. Somebody has to.
Because we want to see this happen 2018 for
yeah.
you. All right. This is gonna be at Nosike with the lovely Mr. Joey Price here on Music Crush Mondays, New Hot, New Pick. Check me out every Saturday, Power 102 Jams, for more new music from new artists that you may just like. Anything else to say?
Thank you so much for having me. Actually,
that's such an ISU thing to say.
Here we go again. Bloomington Normal. Shut up. I see y'all.
Whatever. Nosike here. UIUC stand up. Nosike Live. Peep this. And Nosike.show website coming soon to you.